Welcome to Study Time, a televised home learning program produced by Rwanda Education Board.
Hello students, welcome to TV Learning Programs. I'm Teacher Agre, Teacher of Entrepreneurship. Today I'm going to learn with Senior 2 students. And we are still on Unit 4, the market. Our lesson today, learners of Senior 2, we are going to talk about the advantages of economic integration. And I expect you learners, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain the benefits or the advantages of economic integration. Learners, I think you remember what you learned in the previous lessons. In the previous lesson, we talked about economic integration. What is economic integration? And remember we said economic integration, it refers to the cooperation of several countries in order to trade together in a given region. And each country has to benefit. They have to enjoy the economic benefits. The cooperation, economic integration, is meant by the cooperation of several countries to trade together in a given region in order to enjoy the economic benefits. That is how we defined economic integration. We looked at even the conditions necessary for economic integration to succeed and even the stages of economic integration. Where about the stages, we looked at the PTA, which is the preferential trade area. The second stage was the free trade area. The third stage was the customs union, and the fourth stage was the common market. And the last stage of economic integration that we talked about was economic union. Those were the 5 main stages of economic integration. Learners of Senior 2, today we want to talk about the advantages of economic integration. What could be the benefits of economic integration? What could be the merits or the advantages of economic integration? If countries are trading together in a given region, they are trading together in a given region. Like a given region, the East African Community, which is made up of 6 member states, the partner states, which are trading together. And which benefits do these countries enjoy if they are trading together in a given region called East African Community? The second example of economic integration, COMESA, the common market for Eastern and Southern Africa. If countries in the East and countries in the South are trading together in a given region called COMESA, which benefits are these countries enjoying? What are those benefits, all the advantages will countries that are trading together in a given region will enjoy? The first benefit is market expansion. Market expansion. Economic integration widens the market of member states because it provides a wider market since member countries have to import and export within the region. And how does it widen the market of partner states, all of member countries? If a country is trading with other countries in a given region, a country will be able to export to other countries. And this will help a country to generate income. For example, if Rwanda is trading with Kenya and Tanzania and Uganda and South Sudan and Tanzania in a given region called the EAC, Rwanda will be able to export its products to other countries. And when it exports to various countries, the country will generate income. If Rwanda produces tea, Rwanda will sell to Kenya because it is trading with Kenya. Rwanda will sell hati to Tanzania. It will sell to Uganda. It will sell to Burundi. Now, it will sell to different member countries. And when it sells to different member countries, this is widening its market because it is exporting to different member states. And when it exports, it will export more because it has widened the market of the country by trading with other countries. This will help the country to generate more incomes. Now, economic integration widens the market of member countries, which helps the country to generate more revenue through exporting to various countries that are trading together in a given region. The second advantage, increase in bargaining power. Economic integration increases the bargaining power of member countries within the region because they can collectively bargain for higher prices for their exports. Increase in bargaining power. How does economic integration increase bargaining power? If countries are trading together in a given region, they are trading together in a given region, countries will bargain as a bloc. If they are trading together in a given region and they are producing similar products and exporting to other countries, these countries can bargain as a bloc. They can decide on one price to avoid price fluctuations. They can bargain for a higher price. And if they bargain for a higher price, this will help these countries to generate more incomes. For example, like the EAC, the East African Community, which is made up of 6 member states. If we have Rwanda, there is Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Burundi, and South Sudan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 member states. Now, if these countries are trading together in a given region called the East African Community, it will increase the bargaining power of these countries. Because if these countries are producing similar products, they are developing countries. If these countries are depending on agriculture as the backbone, because they are developing countries. Now, if they are producing similar products, if Rwanda is producing coffee, Uganda is also producing the same, Tanzania, coffee, Burundi, coffee. If these countries are producing the same product and they're exporting, they export to other countries. They're exporting to other countries like China. Since these countries are producing the similar product and they are trading together in a given region, they can agree and fix one price. They bargain as a bloc. They can bargain as a bloc, as one. They can bargain as a bloc. And this will reduce competition because these countries are trading together in a given region called the East African Community, and they are producing similar products. Now, in order to bargain for a higher price, these countries can agree and fix one price. They bargain as a bloc, and they will be able to bargain for a higher price. And when they bargain for a higher price, they will be able to generate more revenues because they are selling at a higher price to other countries because they are bargaining as a bloc, which reduces competition. The third benefit or the third advantage of economic integration encourages production of better quality products for the regional market because of high competition between member states. Member states, countries trading together in a given region, will produce better quality products. And how do they produce better quality products? It is because of competition. Rwanda produces various products and they sell to other countries that it is trading together with in a given region. And even other countries produce and export to Rwanda. For example, if in Rwanda we have an industry, if we have farms, we have an industry or a farm that is producing cement, and we also import cement from Tanzania. Also, Tanzania produces, if Tanzania produces products, they also sell to Rwanda because these countries are trading together. Now, if this will lead to competition. This will lead to competition because in Rwanda there are farms that produce cement, and even in Tanzania there are industries that produce cement. And when they produce in Tanzania, they export to Rwanda. And what Rwanda produces, it also exports to Tanzania. Now, this will bring competition. And when there is competition, they will produce better quality products. If in Rwanda we are producing cement, there is a farm producing cement, which is called Simerwa. And we also import cement from Tanzania called Kilimanjaro. Now, the Kilimanjaro cement that is bought from Tanzania will compete with the one that is produced in Rwanda of Simerwa. Now, if that one produced in Rwanda is not of good quality, they will lose customers to buy that cement. They start buying the one from Kilimanjaro, which is of good quality. Now, because of competition, Rwanda will produce better quality products in order to gain more customers so that their products cannot be outcompeted by the foreign products that they are trading together with in a given region. Now, with economic integration, it leads to production of better quality products within the region. And what brings production of better quality products within the region? It is because of competition. The fourth benefit of economic integration, why countries are trading together in a given region, employment opportunities. It creates more employment opportunities within the region. It promotes the creation of employment opportunities due to free mobility of factors of production within the region. Remember, learners, what we learned in the previous lesson. We talked about the stages of economic integration. We looked at the stages of economic integration. Do you remember the stage of common market? In common market, we said that there is free mobility of factors of production, especially labor. Capital is free to move from one country to another. Only member countries, there is free mobility of factors of production. Citizens of partner states that are trading together, they're able to move to other countries. Because with the free mobility of factors of production, like working permits will be removed, labor is encouraged to move, is free to move, because there are no restrictions. There are no working permits. Now, with the free mobility of factors of production, this will increase investments. Because if Rwanda is trading with other countries in a given region, and there is free mobility of factors of production, now, Kenyans are free to come and invest in Rwanda. And when Kenyans come and invest in Rwanda, this will create employment opportunities to the Rwandan nationals because there is increase in investment. Even Rwandans are free to go and work in Kenya. This will create more employment opportunities. Even Kenyans, Ugandans are free to come and work in Rwanda because they are trading together in a given region. Now, economic integration, if countries are trading together and there is free mobility of factors of production on only member countries that are trading together, it will create more employment opportunities to the citizens within the region. The next benefit of economic integration, it increases the choice of consumers. It widens the choice of the consumer. This is because of a variety of commodities. A variety of commodities are produced and consumed within the region. And this improves the standards of living of the people within the region because they're able to choose what they want because of a variety. In Rwanda, there are products that are produced. There are industries that produce products. There are industries that produce a variety of products. And even there are those products that are coming from other countries. Because Rwanda is trading with other countries in a given region. They are trading together. Now, there will be a variety of products. If we have farms like Nyanje Industries producing dress, even there is dress that is bought from other countries. Even other countries that are trading with Rwanda in a given region, they produce dress and also export to Rwanda. Now, a consumer will be able to choose because there is a variety. If you want, you can buy the dress of Nyanje. If you want, you can buy the dress from another country because there is a variety. These countries are trading together in a given region. Now, if countries are trading together in a given region, it increases the choice of the consumer. We have farms in Rwanda that produce cement, like Simerwa cement, which is produced in Rwanda. And even there is cement that is also exported Also, Tanzania produces cement and also they export to Rwanda. Now, a Rwandan citizen is able to choose, to make a choice. If you want, you can buy that one of Simerwa. If you want, you can buy that one of Kilimanjaro, because there is a variety. What brings, and this why is the choice of the consumer, because countries are trading together. Now, economic integration increases, it widens the choice of the consumer. The next benefit of economic integration, it facilitates easy trade, especially where countries adopt a common currency in order to avoid exchange rate complications. It facilitates easy trade. If they adopt one currency, like the monetary union or the economic union, where countries may adopt one currency. Now, like the East African currency, now, if countries that are trading together in a given region called East African Community, now if these countries that are trading together, if they adopt one currency, like the East African currency, they adopt one currency, this will reduce exchange rate complications. The East African currency. If they adopt the East African currency, this will reduce exchange rate complications, and even it will save time. Because if I'm a Rwandan, I want to go and buy goods in Kenya, we are not using one currency, I will have to exchange into Kenyan shillings. And if I don't know the rate, I might be cheated. Now, if countries adopt one currency, trade becomes easy. Time is saved for exchanging into other currencies. We shall save time to exchange the currency into other currencies. And even it reduces these exchange rate fluctuations, because you may find that the exchange rate is not stable. It keeps on fluctuating. Now, if countries that are trading together adopt one currency, it makes trade to be easy, because it saves time for exchanging into other currencies, and even it reduces exchange rate complications or exchange rate fluctuations. The next factor, it encourages friendship between member countries, which leads to unity and peace within the region. Economic integration encourages friendship between member countries, which leads to unity and peace. If countries are trading together in a given region, they are cooperating, they are trading together, they will be friendly. This creates friendship between countries. It brings better political understanding. And when there is better political understanding and there is friendship, because these countries are cooperating to trade together, this will bring unity and peace between member states, between the partner states, because they are trading together, which creates friendship among member countries. The next benefit or advantage of economic integration, it avoids imported inflation due to free movement of goods among the member countries. And what is imported inflation? What is imported inflation? Imported inflation. What is imported inflation? Imported inflation refers to a type of inflation that arises due to importation of goods, products from countries affected by inflation. Refers to a type of inflation, imported inflation, refers to a type of inflation, refers to a type of inflation, which is caused by importing goods, importing products from countries affected by inflation, from countries affected by inflation. From countries affected by inflation. From countries affected by inflation. Imported inflation refers to a type of inflation which is caused by importing products from countries affected by inflation. Imported inflation, it is inflation that originates from other countries, imported, got from another country. If countries are trading together, for example, if Rwanda is trading with Kenya, assuming that in Kenya there is inflation, and when there is inflation in Kenya, they are selling their products at high prices. They are selling at high prices. Now, if Rwandans buy goods from Kenya and they buy them at high prices, when they bring them to the country, they will not sell them at lower prices because they bought them from Kenya at a high price. Now, when they bring them to Rwanda, they will sell them at a higher price. That is imported inflation. Inflation that comes from another country. It is inflation that it is imported from another country. With economic integration, it reduces imported inflation. It reduces imported inflation. How does it reduce imported inflation? Because there is free trade. Remember, learners, among the stages of economic integration, we talked about free trade. Taxes are removed. Because what causes imported inflation? One of the causes of imported inflation, one of the causes of imported inflation, one of the causes is high taxes charged on imported products. It can also cause imported inflation. High taxes levied or charged. High taxes charged on imported products. High taxes charged on imported products can cause imported inflation. High taxes charged on imported products. On imported products. Remember, a tax is a cost. A tax is a cost. When high taxes are charged on imported products, the sellers will also, in order to meet the costs, the sellers will sell them at high prices, which will cause imported inflation because of high taxes. Products that are bought from other countries, if they are charged high taxes, because the tax is a cost, the sellers will increase the prices of those products in order to meet the cost of production. They will have to sell them at high prices, which causes imported inflation. Now, in economic integration, countries are trading together, member states. Countries that are trading together, there is free trade. Taxes are removed. If these countries were charging taxes on imported products, in the stage of free trade, the taxes will be removed. Now, if taxes are removed, they will buy at a low cost. The cost of production will be low. Remember I said that a tax is a cost. Now, if taxes are removed, the cost of production will be low. And when there is low cost of production, citizens within the member countries will be able to access products at a lower price, which avoids imported inflation. The next benefit of economic integration, it encourages the spread of technical knowledge. There is technological transfer between trading partners through technological transfer, technical know-how. Countries that are trading together, they are able to copy better methods of production. If Rwanda is trading with Tanzania and Kenya and other countries, Rwanda will be able to copy the better methods of production from these countries. Or if Kenya is trading with Rwanda, and Rwanda they are using better methods of production, they're using better techniques to be able to produce more output. Now, Kenya may copy those better methods of production from Rwanda. Tanzania also may copy the better methods of production that Rwanda is using. Now, with economic integration, countries that are trading together can copy better methods of production from other countries. And they adopt those better methods of production in order to produce more goods or produce goods that are of good quality. The last benefit of economic integration, joint establishment of expensive project is possible. Under economic integration, by member countries. For example, power generation dams. Remember, learners, what we learned in the previous lesson. Among the stages of economic integration, we talked about the economic union, where there is joint ownership of enterprises. If member countries want to establish a road, these countries will have to contribute. And establishment of a road, it is expensive. Or they want to construct a bigger dam that will generate hydroelectric power to these countries. And establishment of a dam that will generate hydroelectric power, it is expensive. Now, these countries will have to contribute. If these countries contribute, it will be possible to undertake these expensive projects, because it may be expensive for one country. But now, if these countries contribute, now, establishment of expensive projects within the region will be possible, because all countries are contributing. Now, with economic integration, there is joint establishment of expensive projects, which could be expensive for one country. But since all countries are contributing to establish these expensive projects, it will be possible. Those are the benefits of economic integration. Before I end the lesson, learners of Senior 2, I want to leave you with the homework, and it is one question. As you're writing down the homework, I can read through the question. The question is, explain the reasons why Rwanda joined the East African community. Let me repeat the question. Explain the reasons why Rwanda joined the East African community. You give the reason, you explain those reasons that you think Rwanda joined the East African community. And when you're stating those reasons, you have to use the word "to." You have to use the word "to" when you're stating the reasons why Rwanda joined the East African community. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being attentive. Learners of Senior 2, we meet next time. Thank you.